Release that witch. Episode 10. The Stonemason. The weather had been poor all week, the sky overhead forever grey. Carl Vanbert's mood matched the weather, sunk to its lowest ebb. Walking the wet flagstone street, he was greeted now and then by passers-by. In this little town, Carl ran a school. Unlike the academies of Greycastle, open only to noble sons, he taught the children of ordinary folk as well. For that, he held considerable renown in Bordertown.
Morning to you, Mr. Vanbert. How is my son doing, sir? Come fishing with us sometime, Carl.
Usually, Carl answered them all with a smile. Today, he only nodded and said not a word. Since witnessing Anna's hanging, the world in his eyes had cracked. Or rather, the crack had been there since he fled Greycastle, and he had willfully looked away. He numbed himself with busy work, and the innocent smiles of his students had papered over the fissure. Until Anna died, and he discovered the world had not changed at all. The crack had not vanished. It had widened. His memory of Anna stopped at half a year past. Among the 30-odd children at the school, she had not stood out. Ordinary looks, few words, but one thing had impressed Carl deeply: her hunger for knowledge. Whatever he taught, letters or history, she was always the first to remember. Even the history of religion, dry enough to bore him, she could pore over for a whole day. He had also seen her tend the neighbor's sheep, brushing the lambs carefully in the sunlight, her motions gentle as if she were caring for an infant. He remembered that picture clearly even now. That sweet, contented smile could never by any stretch be called evil. Later, a fire struck her street. Anna's mother died, and Anna stopped coming to school until a week ago, when she was proven a witch and hanged in the town square.
Seduced by the devil? Unclean? Evil? Horse manure? For the first time, I doubt the church. For the first time, I doubt the very knowledge I teach. Whether Anna was a witch, I do not know. But the word evil could never belong to her. If a girl not yet grown, ignorant of the world, and full of curiosity can be called evil, then the administrators in Greycastle are the true demons from hell. For a few hundred gold royals, they secretly swapped out building stone, and the new district's theatre collapsed halfway through construction. More than 30 of my stonemasons' guild brothers died. And did any of them mount the gallows? Not one. The court finally ruled it was the guild leader's faulty construction, sentenced him to exile, and ordered the guild disbanded. And I, who knew the truth, had to flee the storm, dragging my family out of Greycastle, westward, all the way to Bordertown at the end of the world.
He had built a school, gained many students, made new neighbors and new friends. But the crime staged in Greycastle was seared into his mind, and now he felt the world's mockery once more. What is evil, in the end? Can the gods above truly tell the difference? The final straw that broke Carl was Nanawa. Nanawa was nothing like Anna. One might say she was her opposite, an extraordinarily lively girl, quite famous at the school. Outside of class, she was rarely still, up a tree teasing the birds or rolling about in the grass. Asked what she was doing, she would first giggle for a good while, then answer that she was listening to the grasshoppers and ants quarrel. A smile always filled Nanawa's face. It seemed her very nature. The world's misery had nothing to do with her. Within the school, at least, she could laugh on, carefree, forever. Carl had even wondered idly, since the day she was born, had she ever once cried? Until 2 days ago, when Nanawa came to him with a mournful face.
Teacher, will I be hanged too, like Anna?
Only then did he learn that his student, Nanawa Pine, had also become a witch.
Ah, isn't that Mr. Vanbert? Please, over here. Help us read what is written on this.
Carl felt someone tugging his sleeve. He raised his head and found he had somehow walked to the town square. A crowd of people surrounded the notice board, clamoring over something. Hearing Vanbert's name, they consciously opened a path.
You've come at the perfect time, sir. It's always Meg who reads it for us, but he said his stomach hurt and ran off to the privy, and he still isn't back.
On any other day, he would have nodded with a smile and explained the notice's contents in detail. But now Carl found he could not. These people's smiles and warmth were sincere, yet to him they were harder to bear than false, masked grins. The notice of Anna's hanging had been posted just like this, and they had discussed it just as cheerfully.
In a sense, every one of you is a murderer. Your ignorance killed her. But no, I am a murderer too. What right have I to blame them? Am I not the one who told them witches are evil? Look at what I taught those children. Reading the church's doctrine straight from the book and feeling rather proud of myself. Damn it all.
Carl forced his emotions down, drew a breath, and stepped up to the notice board.
The prince is recruiting hands to build up Border Town. Several grades of work are on offer.
He read aloud.
Stonebreaker. Male, age 20 to 40, strong of body, pay 25 copper eagles per day. Mason's hand, any sex, over 18, experienced in laying, pay 45 copper eagles per day. Laborer, male, over 18, pay 12 copper eagles per day. No, I must do something. If Anna's death cannot be undone, then at least Nineveh must not follow. When the guild was destroyed, I did not stand up. When Anna was hanged, I did not stand up. Am I to stay silent forever and watch these lovely children sent to the gallows one by one? But what can I do? Flee Border Town with Nineveh? I have my own family. We wandered homeless from Grey Castle to here. Life has only just begun to improve. And we would leave again? Besides, Nineveh comes from a well-off family herself. Could she bear a life with no roof of her own? Stonemason. Any sex, any age. All who have worked on municipal construction, strongholds or fortifications may apply. Recruited by the town hall on a permanent basis. Pay 1 gold royal per month. Addendum. Those of rich experience and outstanding performance may be granted official rank.
When the reading was done, the crowd burst into an uproar.
A gold royal a month. That matches the cavalry at Longsong's stronghold. But could you do it? You can't even stack a dung pit straight. And you want to build a fort? Don't just stare at that one. The earlier listings are good too. Daily pay adds up to no less than hunting. True, and hunting can get you killed. The misty forest is no place to wander casually.
Carl Vanbert paid no attention to any of this. His entire focus fixed upon the seal and signature at the bottom of the notice. The personal signature of the fourth prince, Roland Wimbledon.
Does the prince not know the months of demons are nearly upon us? Whatever he means to build, now is a terrible time to start. It seems His Highness knows nothing of construction, but if I could use the guild's name to catch his notice, perhaps, through this recruitment, I can meet the prince himself, the highest authority in Border Town. Persuade the prince that witches are not evil? They say His Highness thinks in unusual ways, that his temper differs from other men's, and that he detests the church. It might work. He gave the order to hang Anna, true, but anyone could see he did it unwillingly. The prince himself is barely past 20. He should understand better. How could girls in the flower of their youth suddenly become unforgivable evildoers? Of course, there is another possibility, that I will be treated as a witch's accomplice and sent to the gallows beside her. Church law states it plainly. Anyone who shelters a witch or pleads for one is a degenerate who has fallen of their own will. I can only hope the prince who hates the church treats its laws as waste paper too.
Carl prayed in his heart. Though he did not know which god to address, he still closed his eyes and begged a blessing. For the Anna who had died, for the Nanawa who still lived, so the crack in his heart would widen no further. He decided to take the risk.